Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is apartment gardening update. Now I know this looks a little dark and a little bit grainy, but this is the room that I'm going to turn into my apartment garden room. I also bring in my drying rack into this room in the summertime when the weather's nice, because it gets it out of our room, gives us more room, and it's just a nice space to put my drying rack to dry my clothes. So as you can see, I'm standing here by a window, and as you can see, there's a building over there to my right. That is another business. We are actually right on the alley. So I have concrete on 3 sides and another building directly attached on the other side. So let me turn this around and kind of show you briefly. I haven't done a whole lot in here, but I am going to make this my garden room, like I said. So I will be giving you updates as I do that. Like I said, I know this is grainy and dark, but as you can see, there's a window there, and there's another window right there. There's actually a dresser. You can kind of see the light there. There's actually a dresser sitting right there. There's a box fan. I plan on using the dresser to put some plants on. And then I've got another window right there. And of course, this window that I was standing in front of. Currently, the only window that we can open in this room is this window that I'm standing in front of right here. The other, at least the 2 windows, the one where the dresser is and the one right beside that, not the one next to this one, I do plan on having Steve help me fix it so we can open those. Basically, we just need to put some boards and nail them to the frame so that it holds in the windows, because they don't have the slider board thingies, whatever those are called. So that's my goal, and like I said, I'm not real worried about bugs or anything coming in, and none of these windows have screens on them, but I will be putting like metal shelves or something like that in the windows to keep the birds out. So let's go back to the craft room and we will talk about my garden update for this week. Okay, welcome back to the craft room. A lot better lighting in here because I actually have lights in here. Down there we don't have any lights yet, unless I want to open the curtain, and then the street light makes enough light that you can actually do stuff. Or if you're doing stuff during the daytime, then you've got plenty of light. But anyway, continue with the garden update. I did post on my blog. And by the way, today is Thursday, March 11th. So this went up on my blog yesterday, the 10th. But my little update, and I will insert pictures here as I talk about, I've got some romaine lettuce scraps romaine lettuce I got from the store, and I'm trying to regrow the scraps. And then I also have a Vidalia sweet onion, which is scraps again. So anyway, today when I went to change the water for my plants, tomatoes, not tomatoes, oh, I got tomato on the brain. The lettuce looked really good, actually, and it still had a little bit of water, not a whole lot. I do think it has made some growing progress since last week. I have not compared pictures side by side from last week to this week yet, but I will be doing that. But you can go back and watch last week's video and see for yourself, or if you read it on my blog, you can compare, you can compare, the 2 weeks, because I will also put a link directly to my apartment gardening category on my blog. But the onions, they didn't look so good. They have had some growth, but I decided to go ahead and toss them, because when I looked closer at the water that's in the bowl, it didn't look good. It's got a bunch of little black speckles and what looks to be like oil. Now, I'm pretty sure this is mold, because it had a very, very, very strong ammonia smell to it. And then when I picked up the top, not the part that had the roots on it, but the other part, when I went to change the water, it was just all nasty and slimy on the bottom. And if you hear that banging noise, it's the wind rattling my window here in my craft room. But anyway, it just had really nasty, slimy stuff on the bottom of it. So I just went ahead and decided to throw those out and try something different for my onions. So that's what I've got. And with my romaine lettuce, I went ahead and gave it a different container. I have a square butter tub. It's like the Imperial butter or something like that. It's not butter, it's margarine. But it's the rectangle square-like ones, which it is a little bit taller than 2 of the 3 lettuce stalks. So I put them in there, trying to give them something to shoot for growth, hoping that they will grow a little bit taller. And they also got almost all of the jar of water, of my fertilizer water, compared to last time. They were sharing it with the onions. So this time, since they're in a bigger container, they have a little more water. And like I said, the sides are a little bit taller, so I'm hoping it'll encourage them to reach for the sun a little bit more and grow a little bit taller. My next goal is, like you've seen earlier, is to get that room set up and ready and go ahead and get my other seeds. I don't know how many of them I'm going to do. I've got several different seeds, and I do also have some green bell pepper seeds that would be a kitchen scrap that I saved from a bell pepper recently. I'm allowing those to finish drying completely before I do anything with them, but I'd also like to try growing some of those. I don't know if they'll do anything or not, but hey, they were free seeds. So that will be my next goal. I don't know whether I'll get to it before next update or not, but I'm hoping that I will be able to. So thank you guys for joining me for my apartment gardening update. And if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them, but I'm not real familiar with the Kratky method, which is what I'm currently doing with the water. But I can hopefully direct you to some YouTube videos that I have found that kind of encouraged me and got me started. So thank you guys for watching, and I will check back with you right back here in the craft room for my next video.